Okay, fine then. We'll start our session. See, this is the first session today. Actually, it's a demo session. This demo session may take 2 to 3 classes. First 2 to 3 classes. If you listen these first 2 to 3 classes, you will get a full clarity on this Python full stack is what exactly. And in this course, in this Python full stack course, what you are going to learn, okay, what you are going to develop, okay, then you are going to understand each and everything. So that is why at least you have to attend 2 to 3 sessions must. Okay, so around 3 sessions, at least you have to attend the 3 sessions. Okay, these are the free of cost. Demo is free for you, so that you can listen the demo free of cost. So if you listen the at least first 3 sessions, then only will get a full clarity on this. Okay, na? like uh, like what is Python full stack, what it includes, what I'm going to train to you, and what are the benefits you will receive from this Python full stack course. Like you will get so many things. Okay, especially the content. Python full stack contains what here, what you are going to learn, what you are going to understand, what you are going to, how you are going to work on this Python full stack. Everything I'm going to explain to you. Okay, right. So okay, briefly, let me explain myself also. Okay, myself is Venugopal Chari. I'm a corporate trainer and also real-time developer, having total 14 plus years of experience. The trainer, I given the training for different and variety types of candidates, like the people who are pursuing their degrees or BTechs and who are working the real-time employees. Okay, and I given the training in the colleges as well. Like I give the training for different kinds of people. Okay, like total I have a 14 plus years of experience. In that Python relevant is 8 plus years of programming, C++ and some other technology and Python full stack relevant. This is briefly about myself. Okay, now come to our Python full stack. So in this Python full stack, see, because here, see, some people may be freshers. Okay, some people are working people, as I know, just okay, but everybody can understand. That is why. That's why I asked your background. Some people are working people here. Okay, some professional people are there. Some very maybe some people not talk here. However, all these people here so that everybody can understand my session. Okay, right. So let me explain. Let me go in my flow. So after that, if there are any changes, you can just tell me. So I'm going to change the flow. Okay, if you need any other flow, something like that. Okay, but let me follow by default my flow. Okay, right. But however, these are the demo sessions only right now. Fine. So in this Python full stack, this is the agenda. So what is Python full stack?
Venu, for me, your voice is breaking. Not sure it's for everybody or
Okay,
it's because of my
I'm going to
connection.
explain in this, like what is Python. Yeah, is happening for other people also. Please let me know. Is my voice is clear for you? Uh,
Yes, now it's clear.
in case if there is any such, I mean, if you repeat the same problem, please you can rejoin again. Okay. Okay then. So as a part of this Python full stack, here I'm going to explain to you like what is Python, what is Django, what is Django REST framework, front-end technologies, back-end technologies, databases, and Python full stack is what, and real-time applications of the Python, real-time applications of the Django, real-time applications of the React.js. Maybe for some of the people, you may see these terminologies may be new. For example, React.js, Django, okay, front-end, back-end, database. Don't worry, I am going to explain each and every terminology very clearly to you. But here, just this is a slide. It just presenting the agenda of the Python full stack is what I'm going to explain in this all these concepts. Okay, right. Now, first we'll start with Python. We'll try to understand first of all what is Python. Okay, later we'll try to understand what is Django, what is Django REST framework. One by one, all these we are going to understand. First of all these we are going to cover in our Python full stack course. Okay, right. So first we'll start with Python. Basically, what is Python? Okay, so Python is basically it is a programming language or it is a scripting language. Okay, Python is basically a programming language or a scripting language. As we know, we have some different programming languages out there in the real time in the IT industry. For example, Java programming is there, C programming is there, C++ programming is there. Okay, like that, there are different types of programming languages out there. Like that, Python also one of the programming languages, or you can say it is a scripting language as well. Okay, right. Now, Python programming helps to write the programs to develop the software or applications. Basically, if you want to become a developer, okay, or if you want to develop any applications using the coding, then compulsory we need to understand, we need to learn programming languages like Python, Java, C programming like that. So here Python also is a type of programming language that helps to write the programs. Why we have to write the programs means to develop the some software applications. Okay, if you want to design any software application, compulsory coding is required. Coding means that is program, right? How to write the program using the programming language. That's it. Okay, it's a fundamental need of the programming language, right? Next, next point is Python is very easy by compared to other programming languages. Python is very simple and also easy by compared to other programming languages, like by comparing to C language, by comparing to C++, by comparing to Java, .NET. Okay, by comparing to all these different programming languages, Python is very simple and also easy. Okay, so to understand this, how Python is simple and easy, I'm going to take some 2 to 3, maybe I'm going to take the two programmings or two coding here so that you can understand how Python is easy. For example, see, this is a code or program for printing a name 100 times. Something name will print, maybe Python name or some Java name will print 100 times, for example, or you can print your name 100 times, for example. That is a program I want to write using Java. Suppose if you take here Java code, right side there is a Java code. Okay, so it's very lengthy. Not only Java code, you can take here C language code, C++ code, .NET code. That will be almost lengthy like this. Okay, here if you take here Java syntax, here we have to import some libraries like import java.lang. Then we have to define one class like public class name some test. Then open class here using curly brace. Here close class here. And inside this class we are reading the main method like public static void main string args. Then open the main method. Then here we are close the main method. Inside this main method we are using a loop concept, that is a for loop, because this for loop only will repeat this statement. System.out.println is one statement that is for printing anything in Java. Okay, I'm printing what here? Java. Okay, the Java statement I want to print, that's why I'm writing using the system.out.println. This statement I want to repeat how many times here? Total 100 times. That's why if I want to repeat this 100 times, here I'm using what here? A loop concept in Java. In Java there is a loop is there for loop. This is going to repeat this statement 100 times. For example, because I mentioned here condition I equal to 1, I less than or equal 100, then I plus plus. So I'm going to explain this later. No need to worry about it, because here in our Python we have some different other syntaxes for loop also. Okay, don't worry about it. But however, this Java word or the name will print 100 times because of this statement is going to repeat it how many times here? 100 times. This loop is going to repeat it. That's why finally it's going to print the Java 100 times. But see, actually it is very lengthy code. But left side, if you observe, this is a Python code. I did not use any class. I did not use any library like java.lang. I did not use any library. I did not use any class like test. I did not use any main method like public static void main string all. I did not use any for loop. Okay. Even I did not use this much of lengthy statement to print like system.out.println is there now. I did not use this much of lengthy statement also to print. Very simple function is there in Python called here print function. Print is a simple predefined function that is used to print something. You can print anything whatever you want. Print is a function, predefined function that is, for example, Python. I want to print the word Python. I want to print that you can specify inside the single quotes or double quotes like this. Then star the number 100. 100 represent what? Because I want to print the Python word how many times here? 100 times. That's why here star 100. So that simply it's going to print the Python how many times here? 100 times. See, only one line. We no need to write these many lines of code in Python. Let me take a practical. I'm going to show to you. In my system already, I installed the Python. Later, I'm going to show to you how to download, how to install the Python software in our local machine. But right now I have, that's why what I do, I'll connect to the Python from command prompt. How to connect? Simply you can type here py. I connected to Python. Now here print of, I want to print what here? Python. Give the space here. Then star, how many times you want to print? 100 times. That's it. And press enter. That's it. Very simple. Okay. So if you want to print only 10 times, then 10. Only 10 times. If you want to print 1000 times, then 1000. Like this. It's very, very simple and fast. Okay. It's very simple to understand also. Simple to understand. This code is very simple to understand also. But this code is little bit difficult to understand. You need to understand what is system.out.println, what is for loop, how this loop is working. Okay, you have to put more effort to understand this program in the Java, for example. Same lengthy code is available in the case of C language, C++, .NET also. In the case of Python, it's not like that. Okay, very simple it is. One line statement. Same way, let me take one more example to understand how Python is easy and simple. This is one more code for reverse the string or word. I want to reverse a word. For example, I want to reverse my name. I want to reverse my name. Okay. So right side Java code is there. Again, it is very, very lengthy. Okay. It is very lengthy. Left side Python code is there. Observe. Okay. Left side Python code is there. I given one string s equal to my name, for example, Venugopal. Okay. So print of s is a string. String means s means what here? String. That is Venugopal, right? Now s of colon colon minus 1. That's it. It is going to reverse the string. Let me check this one also. So once again, let me take here s equal to string I am taking, that is my name, like this. Print of s of colon colon minus 1. Then enter. See here. The string means the name. Its name is reversed. See, you no need to write this much of lengthy code. In Python, this is called one operator. This operator is what actually, this operator name is called here slice operator. We have a separate topic. Okay, to understand this total slice operator, it will take 1 hour class. One class it will take. Okay, we have next. Okay, in the regular session, I will explain to you. Slice operator, separate topic is there for us. But without understanding 1 hour slice operator topic, I mean 1 hour slice operator concept, now we are able to write this logic. That is the advantage of what Python. See, without knowing about in depth about a particular concept in Python, if you remember the simple syntax, okay, like colon colon minus one, then we are able to reverse the string. But if you want to understand what is the meaning of this colon colon minus one, what is happening internally, how it is going to reverse the string, if you want to understand, if you want reason for this, you have to understand the slice operator in detail. Understanding, guys? That we are going to discuss later in the regular session. But without going in detail, if you remember the syntax here, now you are able to reverse the string. Syntax is very simple to remember, understand. Okay, that is what. So, like that, we can take in Python any logical program in Python is very simple to write, simple to understand also, simple to remember also. So basically, Python is a simplified programming language by compared to C language, by compared to C++, Java, .NET. It's a very simplified programming. It's very simple to learn, simple to understand, and fast to write the code, and fast to develop the applications also because code is very simple, easy. Okay, that's why it is also one of the reason nowadays why Python is becoming very popular because it's very simple. And nowadays Python we are using in everywhere in different technologies. I'm going to talk this one also later. We have a separate, I said in the previous we have some real-time applications of Python. Here I'm going to explain. Okay, maybe this may I'm going to explain tomorrow. Okay, so why Python is becoming very popular also I'm going to explain to you because there are some so many real-time applications are there. So many applications as designed using the Python. Okay, so there you are going to understand exactly why Python is becoming very popular nowadays. Okay, already it is popular, because that's why you came to this class to learn the Python, right? Once again, I'm going to explain in detail. This is what actually Python. I hope you understood. Okay, let's go to the next year. Django, right? So, what is Django? See, why we are discussing all these things. I said in the first slide, Python full stack. We are going to cover all these. We are going to cover the Python. We are going to cover the Django. We are content technologies. All these we are content technologies. We are going to cover all these. But before going into all these directly, so first we are understanding all these are what actually with the help of one by one. For example, Python is what, Django REST framework is what, HTML is what, CSS is what, JavaScript is what, React JS is what. With the help of these individually, what we can do. Do you have any real-time applications of individually on all these? We are discussing all these things. So once if you get a clarity on this, then you will get yourself. You will get a clarity. Do you want to take this course or not? Is it really helpful or not in the real time? So that you can understand. That is why instead of entering directly into the course Python full stack, now we are understanding first in the Python full stack what we are going to cover and what we are going to learn, okay, and what type of applications we are going to design. All these I'm explaining in this demo session. Okay, like that. Just to explain to you Python is what. Same way here. Now I'm explaining about Django. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Right. So try to understand what I'm talking here. Right. Now, Django is what actually? Right. So basically, Django is a web framework technology. It is a web framework technology. It is used to develop the web applications easily and quickly. Means basically the Django is a web framework technology that is used to develop the websites. For example, Amazon, Flipkart, IRCTC, Book My Show. These simple, very simple way, easily, quickly. Okay, that is what here Django. So let me explain in detail. Actually, what is meant by framework here? I am telling here Django means here framework. Framework means what here? Framework means it is a ready-made tool or an inbuilt architecture. Okay, framework means what here? It is a ready-made tool or inbuilt architecture. Why we are calling here web framework? Because the Django framework we use for designing the web applications. That is why it is called here web framework. Okay, so see nowadays, we need to complete our tasks very fast, because nowadays, people cannot wait for anything. They want anything is fast, right? For example, suppose if you want to do shopping, online shopping is there. If you want to do any payments, you no need to go to the banks. There are so many apps are there, or websites are there, right? And like that, everything is fast nowadays. But why can't we implement this fastness in a technology? Yes, that answer is frameworks. Using frameworks, we can make our development of applications fast. Okay, so that is what actually framework. So if you use the Django framework, we can develop the applications fast, because once if you use the Django framework as a programmer, we no need to write heavy lines of code, because most of the work has done internally. Okay, most of the work, most of the coding done internally. As a programmer, we can write some simple coding. Okay, simple coding. That's why we can develop the applications fast and also easy. Okay, right. That is what actually framework advantage. If you use a framework, this is advantage actually. We can develop the applications very easily and also quickly. It's a ready-made. Okay. If anything is ready-made, using is fast, right? Ready-made food is there, right? Zomato. You can just order the food. Ready-made food is there. Ready-made clothes are there. Okay, everything is ready-made nowadays. If anything is ready-made, then advantage is what here? Using that object is very easy. I mean, using that particular thing is very easy. Same way here, framework also such type of ready-made tool. With the help of this, we can develop the applications fast and also easy. That is what. So it is the most popular Python's framework. It's the most popular Python's framework used by many companies in the IT industry for the web development. Okay, means what? It's the most popular Python's framework. Actually, this Django framework is designed internally using Python only. Using Python only. Whenever we are designing application using Django, mostly we can use Python programs only. Python syntax only we use. Python programs or Python syntax only we use. Because the Django framework internally designed using Python only. That's why it is called here Python's framework. And it is used by many companies in the IT industry nowadays for web development. So many companies, okay, so many companies are, prefer the Django for web development. Okay, that's why it is also one of the most leading framework for web development, especially. Okay, right. This is what actually Django. Next, we are going to learn and also understand Django REST framework as well. What is this Django REST framework? Don't confuse. I'm explaining very clearly in detail, slowly. Some examples also, why we are using the Python, why we use Django. Next, we have here Django REST framework. Okay, so try to understand slowly. In case if you need any clarity, you can also unmute your mic and you can ask any doubt. However, so in the end of the session, I'm going to give a time to you to ask the doubts also. So that you will get a full clarity end of the session as well. Fine. So Django REST framework means what? See, Django REST framework is used to develop the APIs for Django web applications. So try to understand very clearly. I'll explain this point once again. I repeat this first of all, once again. Django REST framework is used to develop the APIs for Django applications. Okay. What is API? And what is the use of API? And why we have to create this API for the web applications, that we have to understand now. Very, very important point. Okay. API means application programming interface. API full form is what here? Application programming interface. Okay. So using the Django REST framework, we can create the APIs for the Django applications. Using Django, what we do, tell me. Just now I said anyone can respond in chat box. Using Django, what we do? Can you give the answer, please? Using Django, what we do? In the previous slide, I explained to you. Using Django, what we do? Can you answer fully?
We can develop the web applications.
Yes, we can develop the web applications. Using Django REST framework, what we do? Using Django REST framework, what we do? Answer is here only.
We'll develop the
We can develop
API.
APIs easily.
We can create or develop the APIs. That is the difference here. I'm going to explain very clearly here. Okay, right. So actually, what is the use of API? I'm going to explain it. API full form is application programming interface. See, what is the use of it means? API has to make available of the Django application to the different apps. That apps maybe can interact with the web application from many other sources. Let me repeat this point once again. Why we have to create the APIs means, once if we design the API for the Django application, then what happens? That web application we are able to access from other sources, other web applications or other apps, so that user is having the more ways to access the or use that particular website or app. That is the main purpose of API. That only I explained in this paragraph. Okay, I repeat once again. API helps to make available of the Django application to the different apps, so that users can interact with the web application from many sources. For example, let me take one diagram to understand this point. See, for example, okay, I hope you can see this diagram, right? Suppose right side, if you observe, right side, assume that these are the some websites. Right side, these are the websites, banking related websites or financial related websites, like Bank of India, Axis Bank, ICICI, HDFC, SBI, LIC, something. Okay, assume that these are the websites only pure websites. You people maybe you can interact with these type of websites, right? You can do some online transactions by logging into these particular websites, right? But nowadays, is there only one way to do this internet banking? For example, I want to transfer the money, or I want to pay some bills. Okay, is it only one way to log in into these websites and do the transaction? No, right? There are some multiple ways out there. How it is possible means that is only possible using these APIs. If there is no API concept means every time you have to go to this particular website, you have to log in and you have to do your transaction. There is only one way. There is no other way if there is no API, for example. But nowadays we are using the APIs so that most of the people, they may not interact with this website directly. Instead of that, there is what different other, apps. People are interacting with these applications using some other apps also. Left side. Let me explain in detail. Okay. So left side, if you observe UPIs, you know that. Okay. Unified payment interfaces like Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay. You people know very well about this. These are very simple to use. Simple to use. Simple to perform some, transactions. Suppose paying the bills, transferring some money, okay, checking some statements, okay, different kinds of things. We can do all these things, right? Without what logging into the particular website of bank, we can do all these using these particular UPIs. Very simple and also fast. But actually, these UPIs are not related to banking people. Yes, sir. These are not provided to the banking people. These websites are belongs to banking only. That is okay, fine. But this phone pay, Google Pay, Paytm are not belongs to banking people. Banking people are not offered these, mobile apps. These are the third party people, okay, provided by somebody, but still we are trusting and we are using. Yes, sir. How it is possible means that is actually API can do that. Actually, what we do means once if you design the web application, for example, SBA, I already designed one web application, for example, using Django. Then for this, what I do using Django REST framework, I am going to create the API for that. Which one? For this SBA, I am going to create the API using the Django REST framework. Using Django, I can create the website, SBA website, for example. Then using using Django REST framework, I can create the API for this SBA. Then that API, I can share to what some particular UPIs, for example. Then with the help of this UPI, now we are able to connect to the banking servers, banking databases. Means we can interact with the same way, uh, Zomato, for example. So Zomato, you can order the food, you can do the payments. Same way, book there you can book your tickets, movie tickets, and you can do the online payments from there. Okay, same way Ola, you can write and you can do the payments from here, from this app also, right? Same way IRCTC, you can book your tickets from IRCTC website, and from that website only you can do the payments. See, whenever you want to do the payments from all these apps here, okay, every time the request will move to where particular bank server only, bank database or bank server only. Means all these apps are going to connect with what here, bank server only. How it is possible means that is possible using the API only. This API only making this one. So this API is a more powerful and also more secure. That is why nowadays we are doing the all different types of financial transactions using all these different other third party apps. Okay, right. So this is the power of API. This type of powerful APIs we can create using the which one, Django REST framework. Now you can understand this point, this paragraph. You can read this once again. We can understand. Okay, this is what actually Django REST framework purpose or usage. Right. Next, okay, so backend technologies. Actually, especially the backend technologies means here in this Python will be covered, like core Python and also advanced Python, both will be covered here. I said already what is Python just now. Next, Django will be covered. I explained what is Django also to you, right? And Django REST framework will be covered. Just now I explained what is Django REST framework also. Next, database. What is database actually? Database also will be covered as a part of this backend. Okay. So database means what actually? See, any application, any application or any uh, web application or any app maintains the data, stores the data. Yes or no? If you want to store data, where we store data, that is database. So simply the database is a storage area where we can store our application data. Yes or no? For example, if you take a bank, just now I said SBI bank or any other bank will take. Bank website, I mean, bank is having so many customers. We need to maintain the data. We need to store the data. Okay, we need to handle the data. How to do all these activities that we can do using database. We can store, especially if I want to store the data, compulsory we need one place, one storage place. That place is called a database. Okay, like every without database you cannot you cannot manage the any application. You cannot store, you cannot design any application also, because compulsory data is very, very important. Data is very, very, without data, application is nothing. Compulsory data is required. You take any application, you can take Amazon, you can take IRCTC, you can take any other app also. You can take any app, compulsory data will be there. App personal data will be there. The people who can interact with the particular app also, the particular people data also we need to maintain, we need to store into database. That is why here database is must. Without database, we cannot design any applications also. That is one. Compulsory, if you want to store data, compulsory database is required. So in the real time, there are different types of database are there. For example, MySQL, let me type here, MySQL database, Oracle, MongoDB, okay, PostgreSQL, like that. There are different types of databases are there in the real time. Okay, so MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, PostgreSQL. So we are going to learn as a part of this course, we are going to learn and also understand the MySQL, because MySQL is the most commonly used database, which one along with our Java applications. Next one is PostgreSQL. Okay, next preference is PostgreSQL. So, but however, in our course, we are going to learn which one MySQL. Later, if you want, you can also learn alternately some other databases. Okay, right. Fine then. So, however, with Django by default one database we can receive, but actually Python itself only will offer one database. What database? Actually, I did not type the database name here. I will type here SQLite. SQLite database. See, actually, this SQLite database is a default database which comes along with Python. So that we also can use this SQLite database along with Django also. So whenever you want to design any website or web application using Django, initially you don't need to configure any database also. You can use by default SQLite database as well. Later you can also change to other database. For example, MySQL. I'm going to show all these practically later to you. But by default, one database is available, that is SQLite. This database is coming along with Python only. But however, that we can use with Django as well. Okay, right. That you have to remember. Fine. So this is what actually backend technologies. Same way we have a front-end technologies. I said here, actually full stack means, see, full stack means it is a combination of both front-end and backend. Okay, so backend just now I explained to you, whereas front-end means these are front-end technologies we are going to learn. We are going to, learn all these things like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. JavaScript, it is a scripting language. It is a scripting language. And the React.js means it is a framework. It's a front-end framework. Framework means just to explain now, like that. Django is a framework now, like the same way. React.js also, it's a front-end framework. We'll discuss in detail later, no problem. So these are the front-end technologies we are going to cover as a part of this Python full stack. So because if you take any website, for example, SBA website or Amazon website, okay. For example, see, let me open any one website. Amazon, I'll open. So once if I open any website, for example, Amazon, or you can take any other website also, no problem. It's loading. Okay, do one thing. It's a little bit slow. Okay. Okay, meanwhile, let me explain this. HTML. HTML means what here? Hypertext markup language. Using this, what we do? We can create the web pages. We can create the web pages. Any web application contains the pages. They are called your web pages. For example, see, these are the pages. For example, Amazon is a home page actually. Suppose if I click on mobiles option is there now. Let me click on this mobile option. So it is opening the one more page like this. Okay. Like that, if I click on one more, for example, fashion, it is opening one more page. These are all pages actually. But actually every link is having one page actually here, right? You know, right? So these are actually pages. These are called which pages? Web pages. If you want to create these type of pages, what is required here? HTML is required. HTML is required. But actually, using HTML, exactly what we do means we can create this type of page, and in this page we are going to put some objects, or you can say some elements. Elements means the element will be a image, okay, video, audio, links, buttons, forms, etc. These are called your elements. Already you are looking some elements here. Some images are there. Some you also can see some video somewhere. Okay, text is there. Okay, these are all are what your elements here. We can place all these elements in the page, and we can display all these elements on the page using what? HTML. Okay, HTML offers some tags. With the help of those tags here, we can create the we can create the pages, and we can place all these different types of elements on the page, like forms, images, videos, audios, okay, links, buttons, etc. It's very important one. Next, CSS stands for cascading style sheets. See, HTML, as I said just now, with the help of this HTML, just we can create the web page by displaying some elements, as I said just now. But if you want to make that page more and more stylish, more and more attractive way, and if you want to position all these elements in different places like this, see, all these elements are placed in different places and different styles like this. Some rounded, okay, rectangle format, different shapes are there like this. But if you want to make your elements like this, compulsory you have to use what here? CSS. With the help of the CSS, we can make our web pages more and more stylish, more attractive. That's why it is a cascading style sheets. Understand, guys? So this is what in the next session, let me discuss more about like JavaScript is what, React.js is what, and more about what is Python full stack. Along with that, as I said, I'm going to explain to you real-time applications of the Python, Django, React.js. That is the next class I'm going to explain to you. Okay, today time is not enough, so that tomorrow also you can attend the second demo session that is free of cost. Okay, right. So let me recap today what I explained. Today I explained to you like what is Python, what is Django, what is Django REST framework, what is front-end technologies, and what is back-end technologies, and also I explained the database concept to you, right? So briefly, Python means it is a programming language that is used to write the programs. Django is a framework. It's a web framework technology that is used to create the web applications. Next, Django REST framework is a framework that is used to create the APIs for the web applications which you created using Django. Next, front-end technologies which covers like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js. Okay, I explained just now about all this. Database also I explained to you. Uh, Database means what here? It is a storage area wherever we can store our application data. Okay, and backend technologies are what here? Backend technologies here: Python, Django, Django REST framework. Database also comes under this backend. So these I explained in today's session. Okay. So finally, if you have any doubts, you can ask me And this is our office contact. If anybody have any queries also, we can just approach our office contact. I am sharing this contact in the chat box. We can take this number as well. Yeah. So, and don't miss tomorrow's session, because if you attend tomorrow's session, tomorrow only, very, very important. Okay. So tomorrow only we'll get a full clarity on this Python full stack. Then later you can decide whether you want to take this course or not, whether is it really helpful for you or not. Okay, tomorrow's session very, very important. Tomorrow sharp at 5 p.m. in the evening, you can join. Okay, so before closing our session, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yeah. Is it clear? Uh, yeah. Anybody more? Any doubts? Abhinav, Yashwant, Ravi, anybody? Okay then. So if no doubts, we can leave session, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.